So I'm Sarah George Jarvis. I'm a business mentor. I tend to work with people online. And I came to Bernard because I had an ongoing relentless pain in my shin, in both shins, but one more than the other. I'd seen physios, I'd seen consultants, I'd seen more physios, I'd seen specialist physios. It was all it was quite a disjointed treatment due to COVID and having babies and all sorts of other stuff, but no one ever really got to the crux of what was going on. And they'd looked at the potential for shin splints, but couldn't x-ray me because I'm pregnant. And so there was all these kind of theories going on, but no one had really got to the crux of it. A lot of the exercises that the physios had me doing made it worse, not better. And I'd kind of not resigned myself completely, but kind of was coming to the thought process that, you know what, they're not going to get better. I'm not going to be able to keep running. It's just been too much on my legs. And then I'd been working with Bernard for some time. I kind of heard about his case studies, and his kind of approach had been on my radar, but I wasn't sure like what it all entailed. And I wasn't convinced that, having seen as many people as I'd seen, that he would be able to get it sorted and work his magic like I'd heard him work his magic on other people. And so eventually, my husband went before me and saw Bernard and got really good results. And so I was a bit like, okay, maybe I should have a go. And so I went along, and it actually made an awful lot of sense what he was talking me through and the assessments that he did. And then the sort of techniques and actions that he does. I was quite impressed that they actually had the impact they did. But it was pretty much immediate, particularly with my shins, that, there was a few kind of manipulations and tests and tweaks, and then that was it. They just weren't hurting anymore. And they'd been hurting if I went and walked for sort of 20k plus steps, and they would hurt. I tried different footwear. I tried all sorts, and nothing had worked until I went and saw Bernard. Bernard also looked at my shoulder and sorted my shoulder out, which I had a lot of shoulder pain from handling children, and the sort of various things that you do. I was really quite surprised at the amount of stuff that came back to sort of eyes and things like that. But every time Bernard did one of his tweaks or checks or whatever he does, it created change, and you notice that relief pretty much straight away. There was some exercises to do, but nothing like what the physios were getting me to do, and nothing that made things worse. And yeah, I would highly recommend that you go and see Bernard.